I want to welcome you on behalf of the Quilt and Textile Museum in Carrollton and Laura Bosma, your host, for our Fun in the Sun Stay at Home and Stitch Summer Camp program. Projects for children as young as 9 to mature citizens as old as 99. We truly hope that you will stitch along with us this summer. This was a series of 4 projects that I have put together, beginning with what we're going to call a beginner project, the Fun Pouch, where we will learn at least about 3 or 4 stitches that we're going to use, and this is the Fun Pouch. Project 2 is our Sun and Sail. Well, we're going to up the ante and go from about 3 or 4 stitches to about 6 or 7 different stitches. To our Surf's Up truck, and in this one we'll add some stitches once again, so you'll see that we're kind of progressing along. And then finally our 4th project is the Sea Turtle, probably about 3 stitches in this, a little bit more involved in that there's more to stitch, so that gives you an idea of the projects that we're doing. I'd like to show you the Floss and Notions kit that you had the opportunity to either purchase outright if you were going to have yourself or a student stitch only 1 or 2 projects, or if you purchased all 4, it came free. So it'll look like this. It may have shifted a little bit in the mailing or delivery, but in it you will get a pack of needles. These are Clover size 24 chenille needles. You will get a needle threader should you need it, and yes, it's just like the same one the dentist usually puts in your goodie bag when you leave, but this plastic portion right here, that is what you would put through the needle if you needed help threading. You may not need it at all, but just in case it's there. You will receive 9 flosses. There are 3 that are solid and 6 that are variegated. If you're joining us a little late, and you're certainly welcome to invite friends to grab the kits from us and catch up and stitch along, this yellow is becoming harder and harder to find. I think it went out with the first 15 or 20 orders, so I'll have to substitute it, but it'll be good enough. So those are your floss. And then you've got 3 folded up items. You will need a press cloth, and that's what this is. And I do recommend, we're going to actually dampen it and iron right through it, or press right through it. I do recommend that you mark it. And I wrote press cloth this side up. We're going to use that through all 4 projects. And then I added some parchment paper, and it looks like tracing paper. We will use that with a dry iron, and again, same thing, I've marked it. Parchment paper this side up. And then finally some freezer paper. I'll talk about this in either project 2 or 4. And so you'll get a small amount of freezer paper. It's dull on one side, freezer paper this side up, and shiny on the other side. The reason I've included these 2 papers is I want you to be sure that you go away from this project knowing how to stitch anybody's wool applique kit or project or pattern, and you need all these things for that. I did give you a mechanical pencil. The reason for that is it's retractable. It also lets you know as you're marking on your wool, if you're marking too hard or too dark, the lead will break, and that will be a clue to you that you need to lighten up a bit. So that's the purpose of that. And then finally, there were a few things that only went in the kit that it was appropriate for, and one of those items was this size 5 pearl cotton 4034. It's the same color as this one, but you will note quite a bit of difference but we're only going to use this on the turtle. So if I happened to have kitted it up with this floss, I'm going to encourage you to take it out, put it in the package with the turtle if you're stitching the turtle, and use it only for that project. Again, these are getting hard to find, these variegated threads. We need all of this one for that turtle. You'll have a little bit left, but not enough to add it to any of the other projects. So safeguard that and put it away. I hope that helped give you an overview of what those items were and perhaps how we're going to use them. We'll get right underway with Project 1, which Joanna has already put up. I already sent you the links for, and then we'll be moving on to Project 2. So thank you again for joining us. Laura Bosma, Pretty Penny Pre-Cuts with the Southeastern Quilt and Textile Museum, Fun in the Sun, summer program, Stay at Home and Stitch. Hope to meet you at one of our Zoom meetups. Thank you.